In this episode, we're diving headfirst into the exciting, sometimes chaotic world of business transformation. Think of it like renovating a house, except the house is a company, and the renovations involve everything from the plumbing, your processes, to the paint job, your brand.
Exactly. It's not just about slapping a fresh coat of paint on things, though. Business transformation is about fundamentally changing how a company operates to achieve better results, adapt to a changing market, or simply stay relevant. It's a deep dive, not a quick splash.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is business transformation? It sounds a bit corporate jargony.
It is a bit. But at its core, it's about making significant, lasting changes to a business to improve its performance and competitiveness. We're talking about shifts in strategy, operations, technology, culture, the whole shebang. Think of it as a complete overhaul, not just a minor tweak.
Right. And why would a company even want to undergo such a massive undertaking? It sounds exhausting.
Absolutely exhausting. But the payoff can be huge. Companies might need to transform to survive. Maybe the market's changed drastically, a new competitor has emerged, or technology has rendered their old ways obsolete. They might also want to transform to grow faster, become more efficient, or better serve their customers. Think Netflix ditching DVDs. That was a transformative move.
Speaking of Netflix, think of their transition from mail-order DVDs to streaming. That was a pretty radical transformation. They didn't just tweak their business model, they completely reinvented it. And it's a perfect example of how transformation isn't just about technology.
Exactly. It's often a combination of factors. Technology might be a catalyst, but successful transformations involve changes to people, processes, and organizational culture. Netflix had to change how they acquired content, how they delivered it, and how they interacted with customers.
So it's not just about the what, but also the how. Let's talk about the process. What are some key steps involved in a business transformation?
Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but most successful transformations follow a similar pattern. It usually starts with a clear vision, defining what the company wants to achieve through the transformation. Think of it like setting the destination before starting a road trip. You need a map.
A roadmap, indeed. And once you have that destination in mind, the next step is to assess where you currently are. A thorough analysis of the company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is often called a SWOT analysis.
Precisely. You need to understand the current state of the business before you can effectively plan the transformation. This involves looking at everything from financial performance to customer satisfaction to employee morale. It's like a doctor performing a complete physical before prescribing treatment.
And after the diagnosis comes the prescription, a detailed plan outlining the steps needed to reach the desired future state. This plan needs to cover all aspects of the business, from technology upgrades to changes in organizational structure. It's not enough to just have a plan. It must be meticulously detailed and well thought out.
Absolutely. And then comes the execution, actually implementing the plan. This is where the real work happens, and it's often the most challenging phase. It involves overcoming resistance to change, managing resources effectively, and ensuring everyone in the company is on board. This phase requires strong leadership and effective communication.
And finally, there's the monitoring and evaluation phase. It's not enough to just implement the plan and walk away. The company needs to regularly monitor its progress, make adjustments as needed, and evaluate the overall success of the transformation. Think of it as ongoing maintenance for the renovated house.
Exactly. It's a continuous process, not a one-time event. The business landscape is constantly evolving, so companies need to be prepared to adapt and transform continuously to remain competitive. It's not a race, it's a marathon.
So what are some common challenges companies face during business transformation?
Oh boy, are there ever. Resistance to change is a huge one. People are often comfortable with the status quo, and convincing them to embrace change can be incredibly difficult. This is where strong leadership and clear communication are crucial. Remember, this isn't about replacing people, it's about helping people adapt and grow with the company.
Another big challenge is managing the resources needed for transformation. It can be expensive, requiring significant investment in technology, training, and consulting services. Companies need to carefully manage their budgets and ensure they have the necessary resources to see the transformation through to completion.
And let's not forget about managing the risk. Transformation is inherently risky, as there's always the potential for things to go wrong. Companies need to carefully assess and mitigate these risks to minimize the potential for negative consequences. This is where having a solid plan is key.
Absolutely. And then there's the challenge of maintaining momentum. Transformations can take years, and it's crucial to keep everyone engaged and motivated throughout the process. Regular communication, celebrating successes, and acknowledging challenges are key to keeping the momentum going. You need to build a culture of continuous improvement.
We've been talking a lot about the challenges, but let's talk about the rewards. What are some of the benefits a company can expect from a successful transformation?
Well, a successful transformation can lead to significant improvements in efficiency, productivity, and profitability. Companies can streamline their operations, reduce costs, and increase revenue. It's a win-win-win.
It also boosts innovation. By embracing change, companies create an environment where new ideas can flourish. This leads to the development of new products, services, and business models, giving them a competitive edge.
And let's not forget about improved customer satisfaction. When a company transforms its operations to better serve its customers, it builds stronger relationships and loyalty. Happy customers are loyal customers.
And finally, it enhances employee engagement. When employees are involved in the transformation process, they feel more valued and invested in the company's success. This leads to higher morale, improved productivity, and reduced employee turnover. It's about building a shared vision and commitment.
So in essence, business transformation is about adapting, evolving, and creating a future-proof organization. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.
Precisely, and it's a journey, not a destination. It's a continuous process of improvement and adaptation, requiring constant vigilance and a willingness to embrace change. Speaking of embracing change, I just changed my desktop background to a picture of a cat wearing a tiny business suit. Completely unrelated, I know.
I can only imagine. That's wonderfully unexpected. You know, speaking of unexpected things, I thought we would finish this by discussing a completely different but equally transformative event, the invention of the wheel. I mean, think about it. The wheel completely transformed human civilization. It was a pretty radical business transformation in its own way.
That's a great point, Sophia. The wheel truly was a game changer, an incredibly impactful transformation. From pottery wheels to chariots to the car you're probably using to listen to this podcast, it's a testament to how transformative even simple inventions can be. It goes to show that transformation is all around us, from grand corporate strategies to the humble invention of the wheel. The principles remain the same: assess, plan, execute, and adapt.